I started doing little raps last week, just kind of as selfie phone videos, and now we're gonna take it to the YouTube Live forum here to hang out with all our daddies and mommies. Um, so it looks like we have about 2.4 thousand followers joining us right now. Hopefully that number grows. Um, so the Giants game tonight. We got to win, baby. We won. About time, huh, Dave?
They're getting swept at home by the Marlins.
Yeah.
We needed a little breakout win. We needed someone to put their foot in the ground, and Roop did it. And he did an outstanding job pitching out of some jams, 1 earned run and 5 1/3. I mean, gotta like having a guy who's not your number one.
It was an error. I don't even think it counted as an Ernie.
You're right. Unearned run.
Yeah. So
more to the point.
I had Savali in fantasy, but I was rooting for the Giants to win. You know, who cares about fantasy when the Giants drop 3 in a row to Miami?
Don't Ursini this and turn into a guy who just wants to get fantasy first and your team second. Yeah, I mean a lot of walks today. Giants drew 7 walks. I mean, on the road, you need those freebies, especially right now. The Giants just not hitting the ball well with men in scoring position, and especially risk with 2 outs. It's been a real big struggle lately. I think I've seen Willie Adames take the ball to the track 3 times in 3 games with 2 outs and men in scoring position. So we need base runners, and walks is certainly a popular way to get it started.
Right. And it was a lot of 2-strike ABs were very successful. I mean, I like how they're working ABs. They're going deep into counts. I mean, it's just, they're not squaring up a lot of balls. And when they do, sometimes it's allowed out. It's just, this is a funk right now. And you're going to have to claw your way back into games. You're going to have to just kind of eke out some wins like they did today. My biggest takeaway, though, was Camilo, baby. Doval. He was lights out. He got a 1-2-3 inning. It seemed like the first time in a long time.
When we ran out our 7-8-9 combo of Rodriguez, Rogers, and Doval, and it was goose eggs tonight, which is huge because that trio needs to be magnificent for the Giants to survive. Like, we need to have a lot of, once you get to the 7th, like if we can turn every baseball game into a 7-inning baseball game for the Giants, we're in good shape to win a lot more baseball games.
Yeah, agreed. Another couple things. Koss looked really good to me today, which was nice to see. He had a real he had this line drive knock that was very impressive. Looked like it was around 100 mph off the lumber. Devers had 3 really ugly Ks.
Yeah.
When he hits the ball, though, man, it's hard, and it's Oppo. I love that Oppo power he has.
Yeah. I mean, my player of the game today, and it's the player of the game that we usually pick for the Giants these days, is Wilmer Flores. Right. The double, the RBI, like the big hit you need to kind of like get a little bit of like feeling that we can separate. He does it, and he does it time and time again. The guy doesn't have a high batting average, right? But yeah, 240 is nothing to brag, but he's hitting. I haven't checked his batting average with runners in scoring position, but I'm guessing it's probably closer to 3 still. And it's just been like his at bats are just so promising every time. Even when he gets out, even if he Ks, you feel like he does something at the plate that sets up the next guy.
He comes alive when there's runners in scoring position too. His ABs are a totally different thing when the bases are empty, or if there's a dude on second, or especially if the bases are jacked, or
I feel like that's the version of the veteran you always want to try and find, is that kind of a play. Because like to be a veteran and not hit well with runners in scoring position and to have those good at bats, hit sack flies, I mean, you aren't going to last long staying late into your career. So.
And he's just a professional hitter. His whole tenure with the Giants. Last year he was injured for most of the year, but every other year he's been with the Giants. They were platooning him all the time. They're pinch hitting him a lot, and he's the kind of guy who stays ready and just gives you a quality AB when his number's called, when there's guys on the bags, and that's a very valuable.
He's probably better for it, right? Like you kind of just get ground down a little bit with your ego, and then you represent when you're going to get up there. You're going to make every one of those at bats count, and then you have a full season, and you put that type of mentality in there, and you know when it means more to focus. And he probably knows how to put that energy in those really important ABs, and he's doing it. So I love what Wilmer brings to the team. He's like, there's a sense of calm with him versus the excitement we have around every other player. So yeah, it's good. It's good vibe on Wilmer.
Yeah.
Why is it get thrown out at first base again? I don't know how many times I'm going to see a pickoff. It's like the two pickoff rule is almost like effectively better for a pitcher because it mind fucks that guy on first base a little bit. Oh, he threw over once. Ooh, maybe I'll get that extra step now. And then all of a sudden it's a bit,
right.
You get, I just can't. When was the last time you saw this many guys get thrown out at first base on pickoff moves? I just, it's a lot.
Especially when you're only allowed to throw over twice per bat.
Yeah. It's bizarre. But the giving up, the Giants have been giving up way too many outs on the bases. So it's like mental errors on the bases, can't give those up. Got to play great defense. We are, we've been pretty good, but we've had our moments. And
Adames was real ugly with on D today. He had a couple bad plays.
Yeah, he tried to get around a ball at short when he should have backhanded it. And I love Hunter Pence on the television today with with
Fleming.
With Fleming, with Dave, and the combo is great. And I just like how he brings so much more of that, like kind of fun, happy-go-lucky into the booth, which is cool. It's different than we usually get. And he mentioned that about just not going for the backhand, maybe get the guy out at third on a quick throw. I mean, it wasn't an easy play, but it was like he mentally didn't know what to do, which that's the problem. He didn't make the right attempt.
He also brought attention to Devers kind of limping around the bases. So it seems like he's playing with some kind of groin or hammy or something.
Yeah.
Unless he's just a lazy motherfucker, which is what people in Boston said.
I mean, I think rolling Devers into the infield and throwing him at third base without his permission at this point is a no-go. Like, if we throw him at third, he's going to start to think, well, then I want to put out my best game because I think I'm a third baseman. So you better get his permission before you say, oh, we're going to start platooning you in on the corners.
Dude, and Wilmer with the leather was nice. And I forgot that he's actually made some really nice plays at first over his Giants tenure. He doesn't have great range, but I mean he's pretty handy with the glove.
Yeah, I mean he gets to the balls he's going to get to. I mean Wilmer's no speed demon and not an athletic phenom, but his reflexes are great, and that's probably because he's also played first. And he's had to get these quick picks off of bad throws from a pitcher and everything else. So he's if he's near it, he gloves it.
Right. So yeah, we had to win this. If we got swept by the Marlins and then lost to a team that's basically 30 under 500 to start the road trip,
could not have
things
that.
Would have been looking real dark after this game.
We would have been like counting down the days to the All-Star break at that point. Like, just get me to some sort of separation.
Or no Niners,
and that's dark. We're not even. I don't even think we're at game 81 yet, but we're approaching it.
No,
it's fast. Did we just cross that threshold?
Yeah, we're 83 now, or 80. Tomorrow will be 80.
That's true. We're at 82. Yeah, you're right. We just crossed. Okay, more to the point. You would start counting down the days till September.
Right. So tomorrow game's at 1, I believe, 1:10. All right. So got to get back out there. Who's on the hill? Robbie Ray. God, got to love him this year.
I mean, way to show up and just be way more than we ever could have expected. I think Robbie Ray, a good year for Robbie Ray's low 4 ERA, and he's, still probably in the high 2s.
Yeah, he's in the 2s.
I mean, it's incredible the fact that we have 2 stud arms right now. We'll see how the rest of the pitching staff kind of comes together. Roop, I don't know, between Roop and Birdsong, I don't know who our 3 is. I feel like Birdsong has all this potential, but he's young, and so he has these bad starts like he did in the third game against the Marlins. And like, oh, shit, is he not what we thought he is? But he's just young, so he's going to have his ups and downs.
Yeah, Birdsong last year showed a lot of promise. but this same kind of thing happened. He kind of fell off. I don't know. He went downhill pretty quickly. So I don't know. There's a lot of question marks right now. The staff who we thought had enough we thought we had 7 starters to start the year.
We were heavy.
Might need to trade for one because
well, we traded a few away, obviously, to get Devers. That was worth it. But you're right.
Yeah, but he started the year in the minors. Like he didn't even make the opening day squad.
Well, we pulled one who was our starter, there's Harrison, and then I'm forgetting our number 5.
Oh, Hicks. Yeah.
Hicks, Jordan Hicks, who, I mean, he's got great stuff. He's just one of the classic guy. Like if he doesn't have control,
dude, he had like 2 good starts, and then
exactly.
I don't know what the hell was going on with him. His stuff.
But Bird, I can see Birdsard floating back into the pen for a bit, right the ship, and then throw him back. I think he kind of needs that. He's a confidence guy right now, and his confidence was built on the pen where he was just coming out knowing he didn't have to. See a lineup multiple times, so he didn't care about showing all of his pitches, right? It's a lot easier when you go out there and you can throw all 3-4 pitches and not give away your entire deck. Now he's seeing guys 2-3 times to the lineup. That's a different situation for a pitcher. You have to know how to get guys out much more so than you did out of the pen.
Did you see any updates on Casey Schmidt's health after he got that wrist?
Like a hand hit? I heard there was on the radio, there was no immediate break, so I think it's probably soreness and just pain management, and ultimately like how pain management turns into glove work because it was his left hand, not his right. I think he'll be back pretty quick. I mean, most guys aren't going to see that. It's probably the bat that's more painful than the glove at this point.
Yeah, he's had a rough deal, man. When he got hit on the shin.
These things happen a lot, I feel like, where guys all of a sudden have some breakout moments and then they get shut down because of some freak injury. I feel like in every sport, these things
happen lately. I think it happened to him when he was really hot a couple years ago, too, if I'm not mistaken. He came out the gate real hot for the Giants when he was a rookie. And he had a jack, like his first game. I was at it, I believe. And after like a couple weeks where he was setting the league on fire, he started getting like thrown at. People throw like high and tight to him. And I believe the same thing happened to him like 2 years ago. So hopefully it doesn't set him back again.
Yeah. What do you think of this whole, the Giants are getting thrown at? There's been a lot of talk about let's throw at their guys.
Well, it's you can't keep throwing at
Julio.
Responsibility when you are throwing, in the high 90s at people's hands and, elbows. And like when you're trying to go inside on a guy, you can't just say, fuck it, if I hit him, I hit him, because you're playing with guys' careers. You're playing with guys' health. I mean, and some of these dudes are wild. Like they have stuff, but they don't have pinpoint accuracy. They can't locate like Greg Maddux, so you're kind of playing with fire. When you're, I
think we're going to start seeing like lacrosse outfits on pretty soon here. Guys with a little bit more padding, just a little bulkier.
Yeah, dude, they should just legalize pads all through down the arm, up the
arm. Up
like,
the rib section, and
Bonds came out there with the whole this thing,
The elbow guard. I know. I mean, now more than ever with the velo up, 4 or 5 miles an hour from when we were kids. It's just everybody feels like they throw 98 coming out of the pen, let alone the guys on the mound. I mean. This guy, Jacob Mira, don't give a shit. But on the Brewers, this young kid throws 102 miles an hour. I mean, he's got like the equivalent of like, Kerry Wood was throwing 96, 97. He's that version of today. He's got an extra 5 miles per hour on his fastball. It's wild.
There's a lot of guys who just their easy 4-seamer is 99.
I'm impressed that catchers can catch this shit. I mean, the guy is also 6'7". That ball is coming out at 51 feet from home plate.
Yeah, Aroldis Chapman was throwing like 103, 104 at one point.
He's still throwing 102. Last time I checked.
He's still post 100.
It's just ridiculous. Yeah, velo in the league is crazy. I'd love to interview an MLB player to kind of tell me when the league had a wider distribution of the 98s down to the 89s of what that feeling and difference is, because everyone just has to gear up. And I think
now
I was going
to was 93.
Yeah. That was the dude for the Marlins had a 96 mile an hour changeup. I think he was throwing at us.
Right, he was nasty too. Yeah.
But no, I mean Tyler Rogers is that nice break point for the Giants. That's why I love him right in between Rodriguez and Doval, between like similar pitchers throwing 98 to 100 with 93-mile-an-hour sliders, and then just the freaking slurvy curve coming in, knuckling over almost. I mean, you and I both, we teased pitching submarine in our heyday.
Yeah,
and I love doing it.
Shot at the show, dude.
Me too. It's like, oh,
same delivery.
You just hope that if you can be 78 to 80 with some success, that can get you in there. And he's the perfect example. And he's one of our best relief pitchers, I think, starting to look at all time. Like, the conversation needs to be had for Tyler Rogers pretty soon. I know he never won a ring with the Giants, but his body of work is damn impressive. I mean, consistency year in, year out. I mean, he's had starts, not starts, but he's had some appearances that have been brutal here and there, and his ERA's risen, but for the most part, man, throwing 80 miles an hour, I mean, he's got the Chad Bradford dream career.
Yeah, and just when we thought this was his best year of all time, he gets fucking raked a couple days ago against the Marlins.
He did. The fucked up thing about that was he had gotten into a jam, he pitched out of it, to the level they got 2 outs, and then he gave up the knock. And that was like a lot of what the Marlins series is 2-out knocks with runners in scoring position. We were that team games, 1 through 25. Like, we were that team getting all of those 2-out knocks. Now it's on the other side, and that's just 162 games. That's what happens. The shit evens out, and you got to be on the other side of it. So
you're dead right. Yeah, those are the odds. All right. Well, shit. Anything else? I mean, yeah, your player of the game's Wilmer. I'll take Doval, and those are 2 huge players we're gonna have to depend on for the rest of the way.
Tomorrow, who do we got on the mound again? We said Robbie Ray, and I don't know who pitches for the White Sox.
They've won like 12 games, so let's see here. We are Adrian Hauser, who has a 2.27. Probably a reliever, I would guess, unless he just came up a few games ago. Don't know much about him. Won't pretend I will, or that I do. Let me see. This guy, 6.1. Yeah. Okay, so he was a reliever, and okay. He got called up in May as a starter, and he's been pretty damn good since.
Giants minus 170. All right. I mean, we're definitely the favorite. Take the White Sox, everybody. Adrian Hauser. I mean, he's got 35 innings. That's enough to take your 2.27 and make it interesting.
Yeah. No, I think actually I may have had
26 strikeouts and 35 innings.
He might have been a trending guy on the waiver wire in fantasy baseball.
His ERA looks a little on the low side compared to his stats because he's got his whip is high for that ERA. So my guess is it's been helped by some luck. So hopefully we can reverse that and give him some comeuppance.
Usually that tells me guys with high whips and low ERAs, that means they get into high pitch counts, they walk guys. And they've been saved by a fortunate, third out here and there. That's typically how it works out.
Yeah. By the way, Joe, our fellow daddy, just told you to button up one of those buttons on your shirt there. He thought you were being a little too lewd.
No.
Hey, home daddies. Hey, we'll do another rap soon. But good shit, Jake.
Yeah. Hey, everyone, thanks for tuning in to Paulie Mack on our podcast. Yesterday that we have clips coming if you haven't heard the whole thing, but try to catch the whole 40+ minutes. It was a thrill ride, a real satisfying 40 minutes of fun.
And we're in this for the money now, so we'd like everybody to hit subscribe multiple times, tell your family.
Smash that like button! Smash it! All right, guys, go Giants!
Go Giants, baby.
Peace.